Hi, gang. As usual, I'll give you all a few minutes to get up in here. If you're here, say hello in the comments below. Go ahead and like the video. Share the video with a friend. Somebody might need to hear this. Got about 1 more minute. Share the live. Like, share, subscribe if you haven't already. If you're watching the replay, there will be timestamps in the comments. Alrighty. I feel like today's message is going to be an interesting one. Hi, Costa. How are you? So I'm really curious to see what this is going to be about. It does feel like it's going to be a collective message, not necessarily like love or anything like that. It seems like this is a world message. So, yeah. Well, what's up, gang? It's your girl, Savy from Savvy Sentience, and welcome to today's almost daily reading. This is not a sign-specific reading. This is for everybody. So if there's anything in this message that resonates for you, it was meant to find you. If you all are new here, please make sure y'all do the things, like, share, and subscribe if you have not already. If you are not new, welcome back. I know you already did the things because you gang and you in this thing. All right, we are only 5 subscribers away from 1,900, and of course 100 from 2K. So let's get it done. I appreciate you all. Thank you all so much for being here with the girl. All right, if you all are looking for personal readings, you can book at SavySentience.com. That is the only place that you can book. I'll never be in the comments soliciting readings because I don't do that. That's ghetto. And I do not have a WhatsApp. So if anyone's trying to get you to thank you. If anyone's trying to get you to call them on a WhatsApp, they lying to you. They are not me. I don't even do that. That's so ghetto. So ghetto. All right. So I think that's everything. If y'all have a spooky Saturday story that you would like to share, send it to my email. It's in the description box below. But let's go ahead and get into this reading because what? It was crazy. It was crazy. All right, so as y'all know, before my readings, I do channel messages from the higher realms, high kiss. And when I channel, I do speak to, of course, my own ancestors, my own spiritual team, my own, past loved ones. I also have communicated with angels. I have also communicated with lower entities, mostly just to say, get the fuck up out of here because you're not welcome here. But sometimes they try to come through too. And and have also spoken with extraterrestrials, higher dimensional beings, Pleiadians, Arcturians, starseed groups. Okay, so when I channel, anybody can come through. So today when I channeled, what I got was very interesting because they actually left me to read a Bible verse to y'all. And if y'all know me, some of y'all are new here, you just subbed. I'm not a Bible girly. I'm not religious. I am a hoodoo, which means that my ancestors used the Bible. And they didn't necessarily use it, you know, to praise Jesus. But those who know. The Bible is a reference. It is a spell book. And it is a great reference and historical document, especially as it pertains to spirituality and the magics. Okay, so I'm going to read you what I channeled, and I'm going to read you the passage that they led me to read you. And then I'm going to just kind of break down my thoughts on what they have guided me to read to y'all. All right, so as I first started channeling, the entity who I was communicating with said, reaching towards your ... They never finished. They couldn't get out. Reaching towards your ... But what I felt was like divinity. Reaching towards your divinity. Reaching towards your higher purpose. Okay. And then instead of continuing the channel in English, it went into a light language transmission. So I've channeled light language many times before, and typically it's a very specific language that I'm speaking. It's familiar to me. I understand the different words. But today, this transmission was a completely different dialect. It was a completely different language than I usually channel. Okay. And then after the light language transmission, they said, read Galatians 1:8. So I'm going to read for you all what Galatians 1:8 says. King James Version. I'm actually going to start just before at verse 5. So it says, to whom be glory forever and ever. Amen. I marvel that ye are so soon removed from him that called you into grace of Christ unto another gospel, which is not another, but there be some that trouble you, and who would pervert the gospel of Christ. But though we, or an angel from heaven, preach any other gospel unto you that which we have preached unto you, let him be accursed. As we said before, so say I now again, if any man preach any other gospel unto you, other than that ye have received, let him be accursed. So what I took from that, not being, a Christian girly anymore, but actually having a more expansive view of spirituality and divinity. All of us who are chosen, all of us who are on this spiritual path, we receive our messages, our understandings directly from source. However, in this world, we are plagued with false prophets. And for a long time, religion, the Bible, even other religions have been used to manipulate and control the masses. The word of God, or Christ, or the Buddha, or whatever divinity you want to attach this to, has been used to harm as opposed to bring together, heal, and unify the collective. However, those of us who are truly tapped into divinity, those of us who do have a divine connection to source, to our ancestors, to our angels, to the higher realms, do understand that the highest vibration is love. And with that understanding, we have to also understand that when we are hearing some of the things being preached, even from the pulpit, that we hear that this is not divinity, that this is not coming from a higher power, but this is coming from the ego of man. This word, what I believe it is saying to you is that anyone who speaks to you against your inner knowing, against your higher self, against your divinity and connection to the divine, should be accursed. In the words of this passage, should be accursed, because they are speaking to you from a place of ego, and they're speaking to you from a place of manipulation, and trying to use the word to, what I'm getting is confuse, misdirect, take you off your path in order to have you do what they would have you do for them. I hope that makes sense. I'm like really channeling this, trying to get, the right words out here for you all. So, like I said, they don't often bring me to the Bible verses, but my ancestors did. They were some Bible toters, okay? And more importantly, the fact that this came from a higher dimensional being, a being that wouldn't have even used the Bible because they are not of this dimension, they are not of this world, but they brought me this specifically. I really feel like this is not even about Christian doctrine at all, but more so about your inner knowing and your truth and your personal connection to divinity. Okay, so in the astrology, as y'all know, Saturn has come out of retrograde, and I do feel like with Saturn being in the position of Saturn being in Pisces, the most spiritual sign, and being in the sign of, or in the house of Sagittarius, which is about our higher wisdom. This is like our ideals, our understanding, religious philosophy. I feel like Spirit is trying to bring order to what we have been taught and what we understand as a collective, as it pertains to God, as it pertains to the divine, as it pertains to source wisdom. With the recent events that have happened in the world, i.e. the election, i.e. the new leadership that this country, America, is falling under, we are also seeing a lot of false profiteering from the one who will soon be in charge. People are uplifting and exalting him as if he is some type of God. And there has been a lot of speculation to him being the Antichrist. Now, again, I don't subscribe to Christian doctrine, even though I was raised under it. But if we break that down into even the simplest forms, if the utmost vibration, if the highest vibration, if Christ consciousness embodies the vibration of love, what he is peddling and what he is preaching and what he is trying to create in this country is indeed the Antichrist. It is the opposite of Christ consciousness. It is hate. It is fear. It is division. So in truth, he is indeed Antichrist or Antichrist consciousness. He is anti-love, anti the highest vibration that there is for us who are spiritually inclined. Okay, so let's go ahead and dig into this. Like I said, I'm really fascinated with the messages that have been coming out lately. When I started this channel, I thought that I just might be like the other tarot readers on YouTube and give you all a bunch of cutesy pootsy messages about, you know, the person you got a crush on, the person you in love with, etc., so on and so forth. Pero like, Divine had other plans. And so it is what it is. Let's get into it. What deck am I using? I've been feeling like I needed to use the Santa Muerte deck. Okay. All right, Spirit, speak to me. Speak through me. What is in the center of this reading for my collective? I'm hearing the word truth. The truth is in the center of this reading for my collective. All right, what's in the center of the reading? If this is going to be a little too heavy for y'all, I get it. But I got to deliver the messages that Spirit delivers to me. And what is in the middle of this reading, in the center of this reading? Didn't I just say I was hearing the truth? The first card that came out is the Moon. So that's things that are hidden. Things that are happening behind the curtain. And now I'm hearing Todrick Hall, the song from The Wizard of Oz. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. Like, definitely some things happening behind the scenes. And what's happening behind the scenes is this Five of Wands energy. This energy of conflict. This energy of fire starting. We've seen this already. We've seen this already. The dog whistling, the starting the little fires, I don't know why I'm hearing causation of war. Causation is not a word that I typically use. I think it just means cause, but why would we say it like that? The action of causing something, yeah. So the causation of conflict. There is behind the scenes leadership. There are battles that we don't see. There are conflicts that we are not seeing that are being hidden from the general public. What's crossing this? The Star card. What's crossing this is peace, war, the peace to the war. There's harmony, there's healing, there's I feel like someone is behind the scenes putting out fires. I just heard trumping Trump. There's a lot more going on. I know that since the election, people have been saying how quiet, you know, the Democratic Party has been, and even how quiet Trump has been. He hasn't been as, I mean, he's been himself. Let's not gas, but he just hasn't been as loud, you know. So behind the scenes, there are little fires that are being put out. Hi, Abby. Abigail. There are being little fires put out, but it's just the fact that they're even being started in the first place. What is the future possibility here? The King of Cups. So the future possibility is contentment, is healing, is that we do get to a place where there is peace. I think that there's a lot of fear mongering and a lot of that could be the little fires too. Like, we're hearing a lot of social media influencers. We're hearing a lot of people in the news. I'm seeing a lot on YouTube, a lot of videos being made that are actually like aggravating the collective, that are, and I found myself getting caught up in it too. Like, I don't like the news, but I try to, keep up with what's happening politically because it is going to affect us all, right? So I'll go and I'll look through stuff on YouTube, but a lot of the titles are just like fear mongering. And so what I'm seeing is like a trickle down effect. He does crazy shit, and then people take it and they run with it for clicks and views. And they are fear mongering and fear mongering and fear mongering to make people come back to it to see what else is going on and who did what and what we can expect. And we're all gonna die. Like, it's just chaos. It's just chaos. And there are energies, there are entities working through other people, spiritualists, divine beings, to suss. Why am I getting that word? I'm getting suss out. But like, put out the fires or quell the fires. Suss out meaning it's an informal British idiom that means to discover and find something through investigation. Okay. So I've been saying that this is not over yet, but there are entities quietly trying to suss out what actually happened, I guess. I wasn't trying to get specifically into the election, but we all are dealing with the fallout. But there are, oh, that just felt so good. Okay, so I just got this sudden feeling of just like calm and like happiness. It's not even just about the people who are working behind the scenes to put out the little fires. It's about the energies. It's about the divinities that are doing work to calm the chaos. What's at the root of this, Spirit? Look what's at the root of it. The devil. Of course. Of course. Who but him? All right. What happened in the recent past? Yeah, 8 of Cups and the 2 of Pentacles. And automatically what I got with that is that we walked away from balance. We walked away from prioritizing what was important. And we moved into this energy of imbalance, which was very chaotic, very chaotic. But further, what I'm getting with this is that this is not even just about the recent past, but for a very long time in this world, there has been an imbalance. Masculine and feminine energy were supposed to mirror one another. Yin and yang, they were supposed to be 2 parts of a whole. And for a long time in this world, feminine energy has been suppressed and minimized. We walked away from balance a long time ago, is what I'm getting. And what's happening now is meant to bring things back into balance. Tell me about the expected future for the collective. A new beginning is showing up for us. We have the Fool card. Optimism, hope, happiness. Okay, trusting the divine, taking leaps of faith. I don't know about y'all. Let me know in the comments below. Hi V, how are you? A lot of us have been on this emotional roller coaster with everything that's been happening, right? So initially there was this upheaval. Some people have been on an emotional high, excited that the person that they voted for won. Some of us have been feeling like, what the fuck? Something is awry. This is not right. This is not sitting right. It doesn't even make mathematical sense. So some of us have been feeling played, betrayed, you know. When looking at the numbers themselves, a lot of us have been like, damn, we showed up, they showed up, y'all didn't show up. Why y'all didn't show up? So there's been a lot of finger pointing and a lot of disappointment with, you know, other groups. So there's been a lot of emotional up and down, a lot of roller coaster stuff happening. However, I don't know if y'all have felt this, but after all of that, there came this sense of calm and this sense of peace and this understanding that everything's going to be fine, that things happened the way they needed to. Did you all also feel that? I don't know if it's just me. I don't know if it's just me. But in spite of all the chaos, there was this energy of just, shit's going to be fine. And I think that this is where the full energy shows up. That regardless of what takes place in these next few months, there's going to be this energy of optimism that we can carry with us. There has to be, I heard faith. There has to be faith. We have to have faith in the divine and in our inner truth and our inner knowings. Because people are going to try to make us feel like what we know innately, intuitively, is not the truth. I just heard they're going to try to spin the gospel. That's so crazy, the way that this message is coming out, being someone who don't even rock with church like that no more. But, you know, at the end of the day, whether we talking about the Bible, the Quran, the Torah, whether we talking about, you know, Buddhism, no matter what we're talking about, it all comes down to a singular and innate truth. At the core of everything, love has to be there. And I feel like, unless I'm mistaken, there are no religions where truth and love are not at the core. No matter what doctrine surrounds it, truth and love is always at the core. There's division, but there's truly not. Or at least there shouldn't be. There shouldn't be any division between religions, between spiritualists and Christians, between belief systems, if our core belief is love and truth are primary. And we have to carry that into our next season, because Earth 2025 is going to be a little bit ghetto, a little bit. But we do have to have faith in the divine, and that we're not just here on this earth. We didn't sign up for Earth School to come down here to be terrorized and hurt and harmed and oppressed. That humanity that humanity didn't progressed to the point that it's progressed to just to be set back hundreds of years. That's not what we signed up for. I'm getting this dope ass message right now from one of my social media friends. It just popped up on my messenger, and she's just speaking to me about like timelines and what we have to do and what fights we have to fight. Like, I can't even wait to open it and read it, but it's just, nothing is coincidental. I don't believe in coincidences. And that message came through right now during this. It's crazy. So there's going to be a beautiful world ahead, but I don't feel like it's not going to be one that we don't have to fight for. Okay, it's not going to just be handed to us. Okay, tell me about this new beginning, this full energy, Spirit. Tower. There's going to be something. Oh, okay. So the Tower can be Mars energy. It can also be Uranus energy. But Mars is the energy of fighting. It's the energy of war. That this new world is going to have to be fought for. Uranus energy, also Aquarius energy is the full. So that's Uranus energy as well. That there's going to be change, but it's going to come through upheaval. It's going to come through fighting. It's going to come, and it doesn't necessarily mean like a brutal, we pulling out the blickies type fighting. But what it does mean is we cannot just sit and just let whatever is trying to happen just happen. There has to be the freedom fighters. There has to be the warriors. There has to be those intellectual fighters like Jasmine Crockett. Y'all been seeing her getting busy in the Senate, in the Supreme Court. Like y'all, she's out here fighting the good fight with her mind, with her knowledge, with her wisdom. There has to be people out here strategizing, which I don't care what side of I don't care if you're Republican. I don't care if you're Democrat. It's not about that. I don't care how you feel about Biden. It's not about that. Right now, he has assigned so many judges to the Supreme Court, the highest court in the land, to make sure that some of these policies that would be harmful to all of us, every single one of us, don't ever see the light of day. Fighting with your mind. This new world that we're stepping into is going to be one that we receive, but it's going to be a hard one, or hard fought. What is the word I mean? A hard won battle. Is that the word I'm looking for? Yeah, it's not just going to come easy, like nothing else in this world. My ancestors didn't get freedom, just by chilling in the fields and just hoping that one day somebody came along to do something. There were revolutions. Even here in America, they may not have been taught. They may not have been talked about too much, but there were revolutions. And that's what's going to have to happen. We're going to have to be revolutionary. We cannot settle. We cannot fall into fear. We cannot ball up in a ball and hope that we could just sleep through the next 4 years. That's not going to be enough. We were not sent here to live a life like that. We were sent here to be abundant and to grow and to thrive. We were sent here to make change. We were sent here to create legacies, to raise vibrations. We were sent here to do some incredible spiritual work. Those raggedy ass contracts that we signed before we incarnated onto this ghetto ass rock, they were filled with beautiful shit. They might be hard. They might be difficult, but we're built for it. That's why we were sent, because we're the ones. That's why we were sent. So the future possibility is the King of Cups. Peace, love, happiness, contentment of the highest degree. And it will come. It will come. But it's going to have to be fought for. We're having to bring this world back into balance. We're having to bring this timeline back into balance. Okay? Tell me a little bit more about the root of this all with the devil here, Spirit. Look, look. Temperance energy, bringing balance back. All of this negative energy, all of that fear, all of that toxicity that comes along with the devil is we're putting that fire out. We're putting that fire out. There will be no more of that. This world has endured enough of that. And Spirit says no more. But just know that we are the generation. We are the people. We are the spirits, the entities that have been sent here to bring balance back to Earth. I feel like I'm talking to some star seeds. If you a star seed and you know it, clap your hands in the comments. Shit, drop if you know which star seed lineage or group you come from. Let me know in the comments. Okay. As far as I know, I got a little Arcturian and a little bit of Orion bloodline. As far as I know, could be some more. All right. So, Spirit, what is the status of my collective right now? I'm going to pull some Starseeds messages, actually. What is the status of my collective here today? What is the status of my collective here today? Look, the status is the Judgment card. This is awakening. Y'all are being awakened. Judgment. I was just talking about this in a group that I'm in. A lot of people, y'all are being awakened. Some of you all are being reawakened. And the group that I'm in, some of them were saying that they hadn't had any like deja vus or like spiritual situations happen for decades. But I bet they're having them now. This is a period of awakening. What's surrounding my collective? Seven of Cups, energy of illusion. You all are being awakened to the illusion surrounding you. Look, 10 of Wands came out with that. 7 of Cups and the 10 of Wands. You are being surrounded by the illusion of burdens. This new season of Earth 2025 is not going to be the burden that the fear mongers have tried to make us believe it's going to be, even if we have to fight for it to not be that way. And now I'm hearing the song, you gonna be all right. You be all right. You gonna be all right. Because we're going to make it so, period. What's in the mind and the emotions of my chosen Starseed collective? 7 of Pentacles. This is the energy of reaping what we sow. This is an energy of evaluation. We are clocking the situation and evaluating what to do about it. What is the outcome going to be, Spirit? High Priestess. Yo, that's so crazy. All right, so the High Priestess energy is an energy of like secrecy, the unknown. And I feel like with this being the outcome, it's like Spirit saying the outcome is going to be a mystery. And I feel like the reason why the outcome is a mystery is because it's really up to us. We really have the power in all of this to create the outcome that we seek. At the bottom of the deck, though, is the Tower. So there's definitely going to be a change. We're definitely tearing down the current systems that exist so that we can have a new foundation. Okay. So let's clarify. Judgment as the energy for my collective. Awakening, reckoning. That is the energy that we're in. Oh, I keep on getting this kind of message. Look at this. This is the King of Wands, leadership. But why he upside down? Because we toppled that bitch. That's why. Because we are going to be the ones that change the way this country and ultimately the world is run. That's what I'm feeling. The powers that be and that have been and that think that they will continue to be will be no more. Tell me more about this. We are the reckoning. Yeah, lights out. Sun in reverse. Lights out. Lights out on these bitches. We are not standing for the shenanigans. We're not doing that. Okay? So what's surrounding us is the Seven of Cups and the Ten of Wands. Like I said, the illusion of being burdened or the illusion of incoming burdens. Clarify that. It's too many. But I see the Queen of Wands there and the Ten of Cups. Clarify that. Yeah, because we're going to fight back, bitch. Seven of Wands energy. We're going to fight back. We will not be oppressed. Tell me more about that. And we're going to win by any means necessary. All right. We're not going to take it. Bitch, no. We're not going to take it, little bitch. We're not going to take it no more. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. So now, in our minds and emotions is how we move forward. What we're going to do, we calculating. We're calculating, thinking of a master plan. And we got the Page of Pentacles and the Eight of Cups. So the messages that I'm seeing here say focus on your goals and to bring great success. Make your decision and take action with confidence. So when we decide what we're going to do, we're going to have to move on that with confidence. But also a message that I'm getting from these cards is you see the Page of Cups. Pages are children. So any offer being given to you by a page, maybe a good offer, but it might be short-lived or it's just a seed. It's just the beginning. Dang, I just got another message. Okay, so the first message is whatever they're trying to offer us, we're not taking it. We're not accepting crumbs. We're not taking small offers. Instead, we will take this seed. This is the second message. We will take this seed and plant it elsewhere. We will take what we have and let it multiply, let it grow elsewhere. Not saying that we're going to leave, the country or whatever, leave this earth or whatever. Not saying that. High key, we're definitely leaving a timeline. I don't know if y'all are up on timeline and shifting that kind of stuff, but I do feel like this is all about a shifting timeline, that we are shifting a timeline. But we will. It's just giving that we're planting the seeds for something new. We're creating something new. We're not accepting the crumbs that we've been given. We're not accepting this bullshit as our reality. High Priestess, clarify that as the outcome. Hierophant. The High Priestess and the Hierophant. So they are a power couple. High Priest, High Priestess. They are spiritual leaders. The outcome is that we have a more moral, it's given like the end of corruption, but I don't think that they see it coming. These people in power believe that they are going to be in power forever. What are you trying? I'm sorry, y'all. It feels like there's more to this message and I don't want to move past it. as the outcome. We're moving into a higher timeline for sure. And we're being led there by our inner truths and our divinity, by our morality, by the goodness within us. Divine wisdom is leading us. Again, the truth and the love within us are leading us. We are being elevated because we're not settling for a corrupt system, an oppressive system. Give me one more on the outcome. Yeah, exactly that. Four of Cups and the Four of Pentacles come out together. We are not accepting the systems that currently exist, the systems that are the foundations of today, that are stagnant, that are, or at least they think they are, immovable. We're not accepting what is offered when we are unhappy and discontent. We're currently in a system that wants to give us very little, that doesn't want to relinquish control, that thinks that we should be happy or settle with good enough or just enough or a few crumbs, and we're not doing that any fucking more. We're not doing that. Y'all, we are here to shift timelines. We are here to cause change and upheaval. We are here to tear down the current systems, create a new foundation to build this new world upon. Good enough is not enough anymore. Bottom of the deck is the Nine of Cups and the Lovers. I'm hearing. Okay, ladies, now let's get information. Like, not necessarily just to the ladies, but I do feel like the divine feminine is leading this charge. But the Lover's energy is an energy of alignment, of motivation, of love, of coming together with others who have the same values, same purpose. Knight of Cups is taking action in creativity, love, emotion, things like that. So we're moving on or moving in love to create a world that is in alignment with that vibration. I've been having this feeling for some time that the New World Order that the Bible thumpers are like trying to terrorize us with, or that, you know, like all that propaganda of the New World Order. I feel like that is the age of the divine feminine rising. And I feel like it's been so fear-mongered because they've never wanted feminine energy to be in power in any way, shape, or form. We've always been oppressed. We've always been marginalized and belittled. Even in the Bible, we're second-class citizens. And I feel like that fear-mongering was targeted towards masculine energy. But they could never tell us that the New World Order is an order or a world that is under feminine rule. Because a lot of us would be like, well, what's the problem with that? And it wouldn't have had the same effect. So instead, we are terrorized with all the worst ideas of what the New World Order looks like. And it's not actually a bad thing. But if we all believed that it was, we would fight against it and be resistant to it and not want to see it happen. Let's pull some oracles. I'm actually going to pull some starseed oracles. Hold on. Because this is for sure starseed messaging. So it may not resonate for everybody, and that's okay. As long as my starseeds who need to hear it, get it. I'm going to start with the crystal message, though. Which crystal message will resonate with this reading, Spirit? Which crystal spirit would resonate with this message? Black tourmaline, number 10. So 10s are about endings and new beginnings. So very appropriate for today's message. And the essential meaning is healthy boundaries, repelling and dispelling unwanted energies, shielding and protection, healthy interdependence. There's a saying that a good fence makes good neighbors. Well-being likewise requires healthy boundaries that respect everyone's uniqueness, similarities, and differences. The appearance of black tourmaline spirit is a sign that now is the time to make sure those fences are neither impenetrable walls nor so porous and broken down that you start to lose track of where you end and others begin. It's invigorating to move between alone time and together time. Maybe you need to be with some extroverts for a while, or maybe you need a long evening alone with a good book. If you're feeling tired lately, pay attention to whether you are neglecting yourself at some level, giving too much, suffering from empathy overload, or depending too much on someone else and crowding them. You may need some downtime to remind you that you are a human being, not a human doing. You do not have to earn love through perpetual self-sacrifice, nor do you have to be so overwhelmed and needy. Healthy boundaries means leaning on others in a balanced way. And Black Tourmaline Spirit is here to nudge you to be mindful of when you need time to yourself and when you need to be amongst those who accept you exactly as you are. This is such an important message right now because, like I was saying earlier, a lot of these news outlets are doing a lot of fear mongering. And one way that you can exercise a healthy boundary is to stop watching the news. Stop giving your energy to that kind of media. Likewise with people, we've seen that this election has caused a lot of people to fall out. And that's because of the way that they voted. So rightfully so. But when people are showing you who they are, believe them and create the boundary. Enforce the boundary. If I don't feel safe with someone, why would I allow that person to have access to my energy? Whether that be on the telephone, text message, and my social media. If you make me feel unsafe, I need to create a boundary. A lot of you all need to create a boundary right now because the way that certain people voted made you unsafe. So enforce your boundaries, friends. All right. Starseed oracles. What messages do I have for my collective here? What are we really talking about here? I'm going to do 3. What are we really talking about here? Okay, and 3 came on out. Bottom of the deck says, trust the timing. Trust the wave you came in on. Time is not running out. So everything that is happening the way it should and in divine timing. Yo. Oh, actually, okay, 4 cards came out. This is lit. I should have used this deck before. I rarely use this deck. But the very first card that came out says portal. Doors are opening. You decide. Rewards and wild card are the keywords here. And I do feel, and I have felt that since the election, the way that things went down, It's because we are in a portal moment. Like we are, like I said, shifting timelines, stepping into a new and higher timeline. And that's why I feel a lot of us had waking up that night between 3 and 5, because we are shifting timelines. This whole situation, what we are experiencing, is a portal. All right, so doors are opening for you. Your thoughts are extra powerful for you right now. Planets are aligning. The timing is right. That's another message of timing, y'all. The universe is saying, yes, you have the Midas touch. Your hard work is being rewarded. This is a time when you can reap the rewards for efforts made in the past. It's also a time when you can achieve a lot. Great leaps can be made. Extreme transformation can occur. Great distances can be traveled in a short space of time, like a quantum leap. Come on, y'all. You're swimming in the cosmic current of life. What experience would you like to have? What do you want to create? What new adventure would you like to manifest? Don't lose focus. Use this moment in time wisely. Be conscious and clear with your emotions and thinking. Projects that you've been working on are coming to fruition. Things are in full bloom. It's time to take your harvest and taste your well-earned fruits. When this card comes up in a spread, it's a sure sign that effortless change is possible. If you've been looking for a sign, this is your portal into a new reality. Now is the time to make big changes. If you've been guided to switch things up, you're extremely well supported right now. Use this energy and jump right on in. Starseed Soul Inquiry. What would you most like to experience? Okay, so definitely this is a portal moment. The next card that we have is the Empathic Starseed. Okay, so the Empathic Starseed says energetic sovereignty absorbing what is not yours. And that's where these boundaries come back into place, friends. Empathic starseeds are here to shift the world through their physical presence alone. They do not need to do anything beyond being here, thanks to the energetic change their physical presence causes. Due to their highly sensitive nature, empathic starseeds can struggle with being on Earth in a physical body. Many are prone to addiction and depression or tend to mistake other people's feelings and moods as their own. Natural introverts, they tend to prefer spending time alone or in small groups. Crowds can be overwhelming for them. If this card appears, consider lightening the load energetically. Don't put yourself under such pressure to go out into the world. Be gentle with yourself. Allow extra time and care to recover energetically. If you're feeling pressured to keep up a certain pace, instead, put on the brakes and treat yourself like a precious baby. Do whatever you can to take the pressures of the world off your plate. Switch off to switch back on. In today's world, it's normal to feel that we should be doing more, but perhaps being present in your life is enough. This could be a phase you're going through, or simply how you're being called to live your life. If your work involves giving to others, right now you're being called to keep something for yourself. You don't need to transmute it all. It's okay to look after your own growth and healing before feeling you should offer it to the world. Indeed, it's necessary if you want to continue to do so sustainably. Starseed Soul Inquiry. How can you take better care of yourself energetically? By creating boundaries. Hi, Shonda. Create those boundaries. Okay. Some of you all may be feeling like you have to be doing something right now. Just with what's going on, a lot of us probably feel like, damn, there has to be some type of way to offset what's happening, or, to make some type of shift happen. But in truth, taking care of ourselves, pouring into ourselves, loving on ourselves, and keeping our vibrations high while they're trying to fearmonger to us to bring our vibrations down might be actually one of the primary things that we could be doing for the collective. Okay. I think I've spoke of this before, but the media likes to do the fear mongering and all of that because it lowers the vibration of the collective. It makes it easier for us to be controlled. Same thing with church. They love to fearmonger to us about revelations in the end of times, and you better do right or Jesus is gonna smite you. Like, they love to do that to us because we're easier to control when we have fear. This is why you need to be in touch with your divine truth, your higher self, and your inner wisdom. That Bible passage I read to y'all earlier said anybody trying to preach opposite of the truth to you should be accursed. You better curse their ass out if they try you. JK, but not really. Curse them out. Anyways, the next card y'all have is the Whale and the Orca Elders. Share your song, frequency of sound, and diving deep. Some of you all may tremendously benefit from sound healing, from like sound bowl music, especially when trying to keep your vibration high. Janae Aiko, she do some sound bowl music, and I love it, and I love her. You know what else? Andre 3000's flute album. That might benefit a lot of y'all too. I know a lot of people was hating on Andre getting on that flute, but he did a thing, and he did a thing for the collective. Low key, it was for a spiritual baddies. Okay, so get into the flute music. But yeah, the Whale and the Orca Elders are benevolent cosmic beings here to anchor a frequency of love onto the planet. Hello, I just said that in this reading. It's about love. To harmonize it with their song. As they weave around the oceans, they do so much more than any of us know. Their physical presence affects Earth's magnetic field, and their harmonics call us to wake up and remember our own soul's song. Looking into the eyes of a whale is something you'll never forget. Whales see into your very being, and in an instant, you're changed forever. They see beyond the physical, the woundings, the identity of the personality, the identity, the personality, the story. They see right into your soul. If you pull this card, you're being called to surrender to your deepest truth and share it with potency. Y'all can't make it up. To bow to who you truly are, to stretch your heart wide enough to hold it all, to leave your fears, doubts, and baggage at the door. Hello. To question any part of you that doesn't feel good enough. The Whale and the Orca Elders want you to give others the privilege of seeing who you truly are, and for you to see the same in other beings. To drop your hang-ups and personality flaws and get busy revealing that unique note your soul came here to sing. Allow the song that echoes in the four chambers of your heart to emanate in all four directions. Peel back the layers of suffering and pain to reveal to others your soul's true song, and endeavor to see the soul of all of those you meet. Starseed Soul Inquiry: how are you being called to share your soul's unique song? All right, so all of us have a gift that we're needing to share. I feel like the time is now, but after we rest and after we enforce those boundaries for people who don't need to have access to us, and then we can get to work. Okay. Yeah, definitely a lot of the work that we're going to have to do, I feel, is going to be energetic. And it's going to just serve this higher timeline that we are shifting to. Okay. Do be advised, though, that as we shift to a higher timeline, some people are just not going to be welcome. They're not going to be welcome there. And so their existence may look a little different than yours will look. But we cannot save them. Everyone has to save themselves. They have to be willing to do the work for themselves, to raise their vibration, to do the healing, to reach the higher timelines. Okay. That's going to make sense to who it makes sense to. If it don't make sense to you, you might be on a lower timeline and you might need to do some healing work to catch up. But I digress. And the last Starseed Oracle is the Star Keeper, the cosmic ancestor. Seed the light by staying grounded is the message. And it says, you're an ancient keeper of the stars, here to anchor and seed your light in a unique way. You've likely been incarnating on Earth for some time, dedicated to an era of awakening and bringing about a long-awaited shift to the planet's evolution, bitch. This whole reading was just in this card alone. The survival of Earth and all of its species is coming to a head. The more grounded you remain during this transitional period, the more helpful you'll be. The more you tend to the flames of your own heart, the more love you'll anchor onto this planet. The wisdom of the stars is imprinted in your soul. The more soul fragments you call home, the more wisdom is seated here. You may be called to be in different places in the world to anchor this light, perhaps by taking a trip or living in a certain location. You may also find yourself experiencing awakening symptoms. The more grounded you remain, the more stable the Earth's energy will become and the less reactive humanity will be. You're here for a double mission: to grow as an individual and as part of a larger collective that's bringing about a shift in frequency. Trust that you can be in the world but not of it, and truly lead a glorious life. Starseed activation. Place the card on the portal of your heart and whisper the following. Y'all could just put your hand over your heart. I put the card on our heart for us. All right. I acknowledge that I am a star keeper. I acknowledge that I am a star keeper. I choose to anchor my light and stay as grounded as possible. Y'all, guess what page this is? 111. Some of y'all might be seeing 111. That's crazy. Can y'all see that? Probably not. Can y'all see it? Probably not. It's all blurry. Page 111. Trust me. That's crazy. This card was speaking everything that this whole reading was talking about. They're talking about taking your seed and moving on to other places to plant that seed, to anchor love into the world. Like literally these two tarot cards came out together. Page of Pentacles, planting the seed. Eight of Cups, going on a journey. That's crazy. Awakening symptoms. Judgment card is a card of awakening. That's crazy. This is an interesting reading. I knew it was going to be, but I didn't know it was going to go off like this. I did not know. Let's get some soul lessons out here. All right. What are the soul lessons meant for this collective? What are the soul lessons meant for this collective from this experience? Perseverance. I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. We have to persevere through the struggles, through what seems like setbacks as well. There's these freaking gnats in here. They're getting on my nerves. Pride. I love myself and I see myself in everyone. All right. And relationships. I'm attracted to those who serve my higher good. Yeah, so with the pride, obviously the perseverance is pushing through, trying to make sure that you complete your soul mission in spite of any turbulence, any obstacles, any it was a message that I had channeled earlier. I can't remember right now, but it was about perseverance, but just like pushing through any obstacles in spite of how hard it may get, just understanding that you have to cross that finish line. Pride. A lot of us coming out with relationships, a lot of us tend to hold on to certain relationships out of pride because we don't want to feel like we failed. We don't want other people to feel like we failed. We don't want judgments to be cast upon us. But the message that I'm getting here is that there are certain relationships that don't serve us. So we have to put ego, we have to put pride aside to release them in order to best serve ourselves and to best serve, our mission, our highest good. This is why the relationships card says that I am attracted to those who serve my highest good, because some of the people that are in our lives have to fall off so that we can be in alignment with those who are in alignment with our purpose. Okay, so bottom of the deck, worry. Don't worry about it no more. That's a low vibration. Okay, don't worry. No fear. Okay, just perseverance, pride, pushed aside, and finding relationships that align with our highest good. All right, rebel messages. Rebel, talk nice or don't. I don't care, but please tell my collective what they need to hear. You're gonna be all right. Be fucking grateful. Shit could be so much worse. It could be. All right, so definitely be in the energy of gratitude, a high vibration, 111, as I say that. We also have, you are the best thing that has ever happened to you. Okay, so go easy on your ass and buy your own damn drink. All right, don't be too hard on yourself when it comes to how you're navigating the circumstances that we find ourselves in now. And understand that shit is about to get real. You need your people around you. Okay. But on top of the deck, it says you are fucking talented and amazing. So we're going to be all right. We got these talents, we got these gifts, we got these soul purposes that are going to lead us to exactly where we need to be and where we're trying to create. All right. So let's get some advice. What is the advice from my collective? Do y'all want some song oracles? Let me know before I get to them. Otherwise, I don't know. I feel like I want to do them, but what is the advice from my collective here? Look at that. High Priestess coming out again. Yo, Judgment came out again. Look. The advice. 5 of Cups. What's done is done. Stop crying over spilled milk. We cannot change the past. We cannot change what has happened. We cannot change who we put in power recently. Like, we cannot change that. But Judgment energy, we can awaken. We can change the future. Okay, we can. This is a dove rising up. We can rise up to change a better future. I'm getting with this dove energy. Moses, the story of Moses and the promise with the rainbow and the dove. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Another biblical story. But we can promise ourselves a new world full of peace. We can create this. High Priestess, by trusting our inner truths. I just really feel like what's done is done. And we have to look, for better or worse, what's done is done. 10 of Swords energy at the bottom of the deck. And we have to just move forward following our inner truths and our inner knowings. Yeah. I just really feel like something better is on the way, even if it feels and looks like shit is bad. Even if it looks like it's not hot, it's not popping in these streets, something beautiful is still on the way, whether we see it or not. We really have to just trust the divine. We have to just trust our inner knowing, and we just have to trust that we were not sent down here for this ghetto experience to be even ghettoer. Like, that's not what our purpose was. That's not why we're here at the Earth School. Okay. So, postcard from Spirit, let's hear it. And it says, Dearest you, there are times when loss is a part of life. Sometimes loss is welcome, like when you leave a situation not in alignment with your highest good. Sometimes loss is sudden and painful, like when a loved one crosses over to our dimension. Regardless of the nature of the loss and your control over it, your experience is asking to be acknowledged. Tears are necessary, as is grief. When you repress the natural expression of loss and try to move on too quickly, the unprocessed pain haunts you in destructive ways. We don't want that for you. Instead, let your heart break wide open, feel the loss and integrate it. See the beauty that was, the lessons learned, and know that as you let go of what has passed, ever more still remains. It gets better, we promise. Your heart expands with more compassion for the world than ever before, and love heals all. Again, love is the answer. Love is the highest vibration. Love is God. Okay? This message was a message of loss from this card. And I think what is a very important takeaway from this postcard is, with the way that this election went, those of us who have common sense understand that this was not about our person losing. This was not about our person winning. This was a battle of morality. So for a lot of us, what we felt that we lost was our rights, our future. Things started looking a little bit dim and gloomy. A lot of us lost hope in humanity, because how could you vote against the interests of your fellow man, especially your fellow woman? And so what we felt that we lost was connection to each other. What we felt that we lost was love for one another. For a long time, we have seen violence against women. We have seen violence against marginalized communities, races. We've seen centuries of war, and we thought we were under the illusion, Seven of Cups, that we lived in a time where things were better, where we had more love and kindness and peace for our fellow man, that even if we had differences, we didn't want to see basic human rights taken away. And I feel like what we felt that we lost with this election was hope in humanity. The belief that at the core of humanity, regardless of our differences, we believed that we at least wanted everyone to have basic human rights. And this election showed us that there is a huge population of the humanity here in this country that could care less about the lives of their fellow man. That is something to grieve. So if you all have not been feeling up to it, whatever it may be, that is okay. If you don't want to go out, if you go to work and don't even want to be going to work, But you go to work and you come home and you get back in your bed and you just watch Netflix and eat snacks in bed. However it is that you grieve, that is okay. Feel your feelings, go through your things, do what you got to do. Take your time to grieve, but please don't get lost in it. Please don't get lost in it. Because Starseeds, because Chosen Ones, we all still have work to do. And our work is not to give up. Our work is to persevere. We can still change the world. We can still change the hearts of many. But we just cannot give up. So feel your feelings, grieve what we've lost, but understand that evermore still remains, and it is ours to claim and cultivate and create. All right. So I think I'm going to leave it there. If this resonates for you, please let me know in the comments below. If you know your starseed lineage, drop that in the comments below. Please make sure that you like, share, subscribe if you have not already. And personal readings can be booked at SavySentient.com. All right. Until the very next time I read for you all, I'm wishing you all love and light. Now, please go get right. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.